Dental at 713-738-1999. If you have Medicare and would like to receive the personal touch provided by Sunnyside Dental, call us at 713-738-1999. We look forward to helping you achieve the smile that you can't wait to share with the world.
Got Medicare dental benefits? Call Sunnyside Dental 713-738-1999.
Force Industries Irrigation is now Aquamatic Irrigation, and Michael Von Williams is still your point of contact. Michael has over 27 years experience in the irrigation industry and is licensed and insured, but he now has additional support. So if you have a lawn sprinkler system that is no longer operating properly or you're tired of lugging water hoses around, call Aquamatic Irrigation at 346-476-9065. If you don't have a lawn sprinkler system, give Aquamatic Irrigation a call to have your automatic lawn sprinkler system installed. Enjoy your lawn and improve your property value. In order to keep your lawn and landscaping in excellent condition, Aquamatic Irrigation also offers routine maintenance programs to check the system for leaks, proper controller settings, and sprinkler head alignment. Call Aquamatic Irrigation, your sprinkler company, 346-476-9065, or visit our website at www.aquamaticirrigation.net.
I am Lawrence Allen, candidate for State Representative District 131. The political climate has changed dramatically in Texas and America. The Supreme Court has just gutted the Voting Rights Act, and when Trump tells Texas Republicans to jump, they ask, how high? I am asking you to vote for me, Lawrence Allen, an experienced fighter to represent you in Austin. I've been an HISD principal at Jones, Yates, and Dowling Middle School. As a member of the State Board of Education, I fought state board members when they tried to whitewash our history in textbooks. In fact, I helped develop ethnic study courses for African Americans, Hispanic Americans, and helped to award over $100,000 in scholarships to students. I am Lawrence Allen. We won't go back.
Vote Lawrence Allen for State Representative 131. Early vote May 18th through the 22nd. Election day is Tuesday, May 26th. Political ad paid for by the Lawrence Allen Campaign.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Hi, I'm JJ Walls with Sunnyside Dental, and yes, it's now been over 30 years that we've been providing quality dental care for our patients in the Houston area. It's now come to my attention that many of you that want to come to Sunnyside Dental have Medicare plans that we don't accept. Hold up, that has got to change. Sunnyside Dental is now accepting most Medicare dental plans. WellCare, Liberty, United Healthcare, Cigna, Kelsey Care Advantage, Amerigroup, Aetna, and many more. We're getting on board. Call Sunnyside Dental at 713-738-1999. If you have Medicare and would like to receive the personal touch provided by Sunnyside Dental, call us at 713-738-1999. We look forward to helping you achieve the smile that you can't wait to share with the world.
Got Medicare dental benefits? Call Sunnyside Dental 713-738-1999.
Saturdays, we're taking you back with Carrie Lewis on Inside Tracks. Soulful, funky, rhythm and blues, disco, doo-wop, rock and roll, new jack swing, and everything in between. Inside Tracks has all the classics for you and even those forgotten gems too. So join Carrie Lewis on Inside Tracks every Saturday afternoon beginning at 2 p.m. only on KCOH 1230 The Source. Saturdays, we're taking you back with Carrie Lewis on Inside Tracks. Soulful, funky, rhythm and blues, disco, doo-wop, rock and roll, new jack swing, and everything in between. Inside Tracks has all the classics for you and even those forgotten gems too. So join Carrie Lewis on Inside Tracks every Saturday afternoon beginning at 2 p.m. only on KCOH 1230 The Source.
And we're hours away from early voting ending in Houston. Hours away from voting ending in Houston. 7 p.m. the voting comes to an end in the early voting here in Houston, and that means 7 p.m. tonight. And we encourage those of you have no excuse right now. The weather is, Paris did a lot of praying, Paris prayed for this weather. And look what happened. God answered his prayers. And you have no excuse right now in regards to going and voting as we get ready to talk sports. One of the things I want to talk about, college sports and this money that's available to the athletes now. The NAACP has jumped in and seemingly doesn't want the black athletes coming out of high school, going into college or whatever, to go to schools in the South. The southern states that have been attempting to hinder the voting makeup of southern states that happen to be red. I need to know your opinion. You may have another opinion or two you haven't gotten in. If you are one of the individuals who haven't been able to get in to talk about this, now is a good time to do it. And the number here will be 713-668-1230. If you're one of the individuals who you've gotten in the past, and you want to get back in and add another comment, another thought or two, I'm not going to stop you. Feel free to call right now. All the lines are open. You have no excuse. Even if you're in line to vote, if you're out at the 4-4, and if you're out in Cashmere getting ready to vote in line, you're out at Cashmere, you're in the Cashmere area, at the Cashmere Multi-Purpose Center, and you're getting ready to vote. You're over in Moody Park getting ready to vote. You're in Sunnyside getting ready to vote. Wherever you are getting ready to vote, and if you happen to be listening to this program, you can still call. But I commend everybody who's exercising their right to vote. And again, I don't have to endorse anyone. I don't have to endorse anyone to encourage people to vote. And I encourage everyone to utilize their right to vote. And you gather all the information and you make your own decision. You make your decision. Now, I also encourage you to do this. Listen closely to what people say, and also listen and read. You've got a chance to read. If you haven't voted, you still have a chance to read and listen up on people. 713-668-1230 is the number here. 713-668-1230 is the number here. And if you want to call in, feel free to do that right now. And again, the lines are open, and you are welcome to call. And we'll wait here for a moment. If you have a chat, you want to chat about the NBA playoffs, we're talking about that too. You want to chat about the NBA playoffs that took place last night, you may want to call also. You're welcome to call. So whatever it is you want to discuss, feel free to call. And now is a good time to call. Let's see who we got here. Caller, you're on. I thought we had somebody. Hello?
Who?
Yes, hello?
Yeah, good afternoon.
All right.
You know, I admire the leadoff man in baseball.
Well, you're the Ricky Henderson. You're Ricky Henderson in baseball, or you're Bob Lillis. You're not familiar with Bob Lillis, right?
No.
He was a leadoff man for the Astros back in the day. Didn't have much of an average. Couldn't get on base hardly. So
How did he look inside the box though?
He looked like he belonged in the box. But he wasn't Ricky Henderson. He wasn't Bobby Bonds. Everybody's familiar with Barry Bonds, but they don't know about Bobby Bonds was Barry's daddy.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Bobby Bonds.
And he was a leadoff guy. He hit a lot of home runs leading off. Craig Biggio, another leadoff guy.
Yeah, leadoff guy. Yeah. Didn't they have what's the guy that did it in Altuve leadoff at one point?
Altuve led off at one time. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Cause somebody got to do it, right?
Right. Yeah. So you're leading off. I mean, hey, I'm looking at I see a number of things happening today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sunny, bright day in Houston.
Well, not only that, I see the Houston Defender and the Forward Times. I know, and the Ephraim newspaper, formerly the African American News. They've had stories recently where they had Al Green and Kristen Menifee on the front of their papers, right?
Yep.
Now the Houston Chronicle has them today. Fort Bend becomes vital in Dems runoff. This is the rumble in Fort Bend and Harris counties. Menifee versus Green. Menifee versus Green.
Yeah.
Only one has spent money here in this rumble.
Yeah,
I said only one. I mean that's your generation. What are you all doing? You writing us off because we're older guys? You writing us off because we're only on the internet? Why are the Menifee people not in here? I mean, you're a Menifee guy. Shouldn't Menifee be in here? You never bite your tongue. Should Menifee support an outlet that supports Menifee? We talk about Menifee.
Yeah, I think from what I heard, it hasn't been anything positive about Menifee from what I've heard.
Well, we've had positive people. They're welcome to call here. They're all on my page. Positive. I can't read my damn page for people talking positive about Menifee.
Yeah.
I mean, but I know.
Here's the thing,
but in all fairness, this is America, the land of the land of the free, the home of the brave, and equal rights and realities coming, dreams becoming realities. The dream right now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the American dream. I was just talking about that with a friend of mine over lunch a couple of days ago.
Right, and see, I'm gonna do this. They don't have to come see me. I don't care. Kristen Menifee needs to come in and talk to Paris Ely. One-on-one. The same, and answer some questions. And take a few calls. I don't care. But at least come in and talk on the air with Paris Ely. Forget Ralph Cooper. Forget him. Forget Ralph. Forget Al Green needs to come in and talk to Paris one-on-one. Give them each an hour to come in here and talk to Paris. They don't have to come in here and talk to me. You come in here to talk to me, you're coming into a different kind of conversation. But they're welcome. I'm inviting them. Call Paris Ely and get on this program.
Hey,
now that's you are a liaison of these people.
No. Listen, I go ahead, Ralph. Make your point. Yeah,
you drink coffee with these people. I know what you do.
That's right, man. That's right. I just had a cup of coffee with both of them this morning.
Yeah. I figured you did. But go ahead. I'm gonna shut up for a minute. Go ahead.
Oh man, you made me forget about what I called about.
Well, what you called about then? I mean, did you watch the game last night? Everybody's getting on James Harden. Everywhere I go, everybody beats up the old guys. James Harden is old for a basketball player. Everybody loves to beat up the old guy. Well, you got an old guy here. Call in and try to beat me up. Call here and try to beat my behind up. 713. And that's, you ignore me for a minute. 713-668-1230. Everywhere I go, they beat up the old guys. James Harden on the basketball court. Get him out the court. He's too old. Get him out the court. And if he's not there, they're not there.
You got to beat up on somebody, right?
Well, I'm asking them to call in and beat up on me.
You gonna be fighting back, is what you say. You gonna fight back.
Yeah, I've been around George Foreman, Evander Holyfield, Muhammad Ali, Ronnie Shields, Billy, all these. I've been around some bad people. If you understand what I'm talking about, boxing wise, yes. Frank Tate.
Don't forget to mention the Mafia.
Eric Carr. Yeah, there you go again.
Hey, listen.
Take your time. Go ahead.
I had admiration for Comrade Zelensky, the president of Ukraine. Here's a man that is facing defeat, right?
Right.
This whole time, he can't beat Russia. It doesn't take a guy that can. What's the guy that used to be over the housing department that split people's brain in half or heart? What was the guy in Trump's administration? The black guy.
Oh, you talking about Ben Carson?
Yeah, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure out that Zelensky won't win that war with Russia, right?
But
his posture, though, is that of resolve and a man that is in leadership of men. Okay.
Yeah.
Because he's facing, but you look at him, and you listen to him. He's not going to concede his leadership role with the men under his command. Okay. I hear guys come on the station and basically cry for 30 minutes about how bad things are with Trump.
But not here. You don't hear that on my program.
Your prior.
Yeah, but okay, but I'm just saying. But I'm talking. I can only go on my program. I don't. My theory is to whip some. You know what? If people are putting their foot down on your neck, don't give up. That's been my philosophy.
Yeah, and I get that from you, and I appreciate that. And I hear people. You say and I say, with this strategy that the NAACP has come out with, trying to get the athletes to boycott some of these top universities. And I ask the question and say, well, if people are going to advance that strategy, do they think it will work? Can you win with that strategy? Whatever you're trying to accomplish, can you win? And they've yet to define what they had a guy, the NAACP president, Derek Johnson. They haven't defined what winning looks like. And so if I ask the question, are you going to win with this strategy? I think it's a fair question.
Well, I think that's fair, but I think it goes a little bit deeper. And maybe we'll get some different people to call in with a little bit more input on that. I see where Terrence Harris over at the Houston Defender, he's for that. He's for the boycott or whatever you want to call it. He's for the players staying away from these universities. And then maybe we'll get someone from the collegiate side of this or wherever to share a little bit more information about this. I see nothing wrong with it if the kids, if the youth, the young people have the right representation. You can't go into this, like I shared with you that story about what happened in my case in New York.
Right.
You can't go into this with the wrong people now. You got to have the right kind of people with you to battle this, because the monies are out there. I'm saying the kids shouldn't turn the monies down. But if
I think there is some merit to this idea that they're trying to leverage position.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's some merit in there. But what I'm saying is, it's if they're going, it's a lot of conversation behind it, but it's just not being put out in a clear way that you can say, well, this will work.
Right, but see, the other part of this
that's all I'm saying.
But the other part I'm saying is this. You want these kids to do that. You want the youth to do it. What are you doing? What are you going to give up?
Well, they basically threw the towel across the arena, and that's the unfortunate behind-the-scenes conclusion. You're right. Because they're saying at the level that we are at, elite, Congress, NAACP, elite,
right.
We don't have a strategy, so we need for you to do this.
Right. What is your strategy? You should have a strategy. Well, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this because you're doing that. If you do this, we're going to be doing this.
That's what I'm asking for.
Right.
And so people are just jumping on board, but it's not. They haven't really put out a real strategy.
Right.
Per se.
Right. Well.
Yeah. So anyway, Ralph, you keep working.
Well, remember this, Coffee, I want you to remember this now. When you talk to your people this weekend.
I'm writing this down. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know you are. When you talk to your people this weekend, inform Congressman. I got to be correct about this. He's a congressman. Inform Congressman Kristen Menifee. Inform Congressman Al Green to come in and sit in with Paris Ely for an hour.
I don't think
each. They don't have to come in together. They can come in separately.
I don't think that's going to happen with Menifee because I don't know if he has an answer for the information about that video and that whole situation. I don't think he has a good answer for that.
Well, Paris, let him come in and deal with Paris on that. You're not going to be in here. You'll be listening, though. I understand what you're saying. But give him some advice on how to deal with that. You talk to him. You talk to him.
Yeah, his advice is don't come in.
Hey, man, if President Trump can go up against media coming all across the country and the world against him about everything, and he still goes in and talks to him, right now, they may not get the answer they want, right? They may not get the truth. May not get the truth, but he goes in. So I'm telling you, I'm asking, and those of you out there listening who have affiliations with these gentlemen, both congressmen, the rumble in the District 18, the rumble in the District 18. Yeah, the rumble in the District 18, we're offering a free press conference for both rumblers. Is that such a word? Rumblers?
That's a good
Correct.
Word. That's a good word. That's on Monday, you say, right?
Yeah, if that Monday, get with Paris. They don't have to call Paris Ely and make it happen. They know how to get in touch with him.
Hey, like I say, I don't know. I think, from my point of view, I don't have any confidence in the police, so anything that aligns with the police doesn't align with me.
Well, have a good one. Let me get these others in here. I got a few others. And then my topics today, of course, you're picking Cleveland to win the game over the weekend. Can Cleveland beat New York in Cleveland?
Yeah.
What about Oklahoma City and San Antonio?
I'd like to see all of them go. I'd like to see them all go to a Game 7, but
I hope you're right.
That loss, I'd like to see Game 7, but
yeah, I would too.
It's too early to tell, Ralph. We'll still keep our bet before we make our bet.
And a cup of coffee is, you and I clash and talk. It's good to talk to a guy. I'm a beer drinker. Beer drinkers, many of us who drink beer don't drink coffee, but we respect coffee drinkers.
I drink the champagne and beer in honor of my grandfather.
But you're not a real consumer of beer. Don't you suck up coffee. You're a coffee guy.
As much as I used to.
Yeah, you're a coffee guy. Okay. Well, thank you. See you later.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy your beer, Ralph.
I will. Thank you. And let's take another caller. Whoops. I thought we had somebody here. Do we have anybody there? Nope. Let's take somebody here then. Caller, you're on.
My man, what's going on?
Oh man, I'm pumped up today. These Spurs are back in Texas. The Spurs big wimp. The big fella is back in Texas, and we're in the Wilt Chamberlain Dipper Dunk studio. Couldn't ask for it. Can you ask for anything? Couldn't ask. Only thing I could ask better was if I had me a real good cold beer up in here with me. But I can't do that until I get off.
Ice cold beer with cinnamon serving you. That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Back in the day, Chocolate Trois, Dr. Jesse. You never heard of Dr. Jesse, have you?
Dr. Jesse, I heard. Ralph?
Yes.
Ralph?
Yes, sir?
You're not going to hear from Menifee, Ralph.
How can you say that? You don't know it.
You're not going to hear from him, Ralph.
I don't want
the endorsements he needs, Ralph.
He's not going to talk to Paris?
No, Ralph. Why you going to waste money on an audience that's already decided for the old guy?
But the audience...
That's what our problem is. That's what our problem is, Ralph. Don't put him out there in the past and let's go head on with some fresh, new ideas so we can move forward, Ralph. We got to leave the past in the past.
So
Ralph.
you're saying... Okay, but if you're the younger guy or the less experienced guy you're coming in, you would want to, don't you want the older people with you? Since you went the older way, don't you want the people that are, and we go this way because he's got younger people with him also. Do you want the people with Green to hear your message?
Ralph, when Green started putting out the negative connotations about this young man when it came down to him and Menifee, that turned me off right there.
But Paris Ely has nothing to do with that. He's only a broadcaster. He's only hosting the program. He's only giving a person a chance to relay their message. He has nothing to do with it.
Right. But I'm all for putting the future ahead, Ralph. What? Oh man, we got a shootout over here, Ralph.
I hear the cars. Where are you at?
Man.
Where are you?
I can't say, Ralph.
Are they shooting or are they just spinning the wheels?
They spinning the wheels and not
shooting?
no gunplay yet, but it's gonna be next. I see it coming, Ralph. I'm hiding in the bushes, Ralph.
Well, you better be. you better try to get out of gunfire. I've been around those kind of situations too, where you had Doc Holliday and the Clanton gang waiting for you to get out of the way so they can shoot at each other.
Yeah. That's what I think's going on here, Ralph. But now, Ralph Menifee ain't gonna spend no money over there, Ralph.
No, we're not talking. Okay, we're not just talking about spending money. See, that's the other thing about this.
Right.
We're talking also about if you're spending money. In all fairness, okay, if you're spending money in all other places, great. That's what it's your money. You can do that what you want to. But I'm gonna say this: we should be included. Now I'm gonna leave it at that. But the other part of this thing is, if you are really into the Congressional District 18 and representing it, and you want to represent it with all people, you want to reach the people that you may not be reaching. Is that fair? I'm asking. Is that? And you go to a guy that's you don't have to come to me, because maybe my feelings may be different. But go to a guy who may be more neutral or down the middle than I am. I'm down the middle. I'm just not endorsing nobody. But my point is, come in here and talk to somebody. Come in here and talk to Paris. And that's an invitation to both of them. Both of them should come in here. Sheila Jackson Lee, we talk about the Congress people of the past that have represented that district. They came and talked to the people here. Barbara Jordan did it back in the day. Mickey Leland did it. Craig Washington did it. Sheila Jackson Lee did it sick, as a sick person. And then you had Sylvester Turner, sick, they did it. And all I'm asking is 1 hour. If I'm wrong, you all call and tell me I'm wrong. You can tell me now. If you think I'm wrong, I'm saying 1 hour, you come in and talk to Paris Ely and present your platform. What is the okay, you're with Menifee, no problem. What's the platform? Give me something on the platform.
The platform for Menifee is moving forward, Ralph.
How you gonna move forward? Give me something on the move forward. Give me something on moving forward. And he has some things out there that he could share. I know that. But you said moving forward. I'm asking you, since you're supporting the man, share with me one thing moving forward that you think people should know that he's doing.
The one thing that really caught my eye was his endorsement by Jasmine Crockett.
Okay.
She's going to be the future for the Democratic Party. And with her alliance with him, he can do some positive things that hasn't been done over 20-something years that these people have held office, Ralph.
And I understand.
Why do I want to keep putting somebody in there that's basing his whole campaign on stopping Trump? F Trump. He's gone in 2 years, man. Let's move forward.
Give me
Let's
one.
Move forward,
give me one of the things give me one of the things that you want to see him and Crockett do. That's all I'm asking now. Okay, Trump is out of the way. So now give me something.
Yeah.
Give me something you want to see.
In the 18th district,
yes.
Bring in some Fortune 500 companies to these neighborhoods, Ralph.
Okay.
Bring in some businesses, Ralph.
Okay,
Come
go
on,
ahead.
Man.
Go ahead.
Those communities have died and never looked up again, man. Look at Acres Home now. What's going on out there now? They're going to throw you a Joe V's out there and we're supposed to be happy, right?
I'm
Give
listening.
a Joe V.
I said I'm listening.
Still got some housing projects out there that's been out there in Acres Home for over 50 years, man. Where's the improvement at? Where's the housing authority to come in and refurbish those apartments or build houses for them?
So that's what you want to see from
Where
Menifee.
is this going on, Ralph?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying, share with me the platform, and that's what would be asked if they come in here. Paris will ask them that. What is your platform? That's you bring up a great point, but don't you think people should hear it from them, not from Paris or me or others, or from in your case you mentioned Jasmine Crockett. Shouldn't it hear from? Shouldn't it be heard from them? Shouldn't it be? I'm asking.
It should be, Ralph. It should be. But when have we ever had representation since Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and the brothers of the past has gone on?
Well, now
when have we had honest representation?
I'm looking.
Soldiers, warriors that's willing to die for what they believe in, Ralph. We don't have that no more. We probably won't have it no more because we so wrapped up in fraud and stealing money from the taxpayers and trying to hide it until we can't move forward, Ralph. Look at the riffraff we got representing us as Democrats, man. Come on, Ralph.
All I'm
the
saying,
writing is on the wall, man.
I'm saying that the invitation is on the line. Come in and talk. Come in and talk to Paris Ely for 1 hour and share with them. Share with Paris your platform. Share with Paris your platform. Just like you shared the platform.
The champ can get them on.
Maybe what?
Let's see if the champ can get them on. Let's see if the champ can get them on.
The champ.
Big Red. Let's see if the champ can get them on.
That's like asking back in the day. Let's see if Ali can get them on, or let's see if Joe Frazier can get them on. And you're talking about Walter Cronkite and Chet Brinkley or Dave Ward or somebody. This is a reporter's thing. This is a broadcast. We're talking about broadcasters now. We're not talking about side shows and all that kind of crap. This is about sharing with us your platform.
I'm with you, Ralph. Go Spurs.
What about the Cavaliers?
It's a wrap, Ralph.
They have a place in Cleveland. The Flats or whatever, the Lakes or Flats or whatever. A friend called from there. Man, I can't get home. I need a ride home. I said, get an Uber. Get an Uber. He said the Uber money gone. I don't have any Uber money. Can't get home, and he's on the lakes up in Cleveland. After the game the other night. After the game the other night, I said, well, have you tried so and so? Yeah, they won't pick the phone up. He said,
I wouldn't pick mine up either, right?
So I said, I'm gonna send you something. I'm gonna cash app you something in a minute. Don't go back in that place and try to get another beer or something. Take this money and get you behind home. You know what I'm talking about?
There you go. You told him the right thing, Ralph.
Yeah, so hang in there.
Ralph, have a good weekend, man. Have a good weekend, and no Spurs gonna put some money in our pockets this weekend, Ralph.
Okay, call your buddy. Call and get Paris ready. They're gonna call him. Call and get Paris ready. The Rumble in Harris and Fort Bend counties, Menifee against Green. The Rumble can still take place, and it can take place separately where they come in and share their platforms. Thank you.
Thank you, Ralph.
Okay. Let's try another one. Caller, you're on.
Hello?
Yes, you're on.
Yes, sir. Man, it's hard to catch you.
Well, you're on now. You're live. They can hear you. What's on your mind?
Well, I had a few comments about Menifee and Mr. Al Green.
Well, hold it right there. Hold it with that. Give me your basketball comments first. What about the people talking about? Why do you always want to bring up James Harden? Everybody want to get on the old guy. He's too old. He shouldn't be doing this. What can Cleveland come? Can Cleveland come back? And what about the Spurs and OKC?
Well, I'm gonna start with the Spurs. I'm going down with them because they're from Texas. But they got some good players over there. Victor, I believe his name. He a number one man. So I don't see them losing, if you know what I'm talking about.
In San Antonio.
Oh, no, I don't see them losing over there. In fact, I don't see them losing in Oklahoma either.
Well, they already lost in Oklahoma.
Yeah, but that was a give game. But when it comes down to it, they ain't giving up nothing.
Okay.
Now with Victor over there.
So you're going with San Antonio. What about the Knicks? What about the Knicks in Cleveland?
Now the Knicks, hey, I'm gonna have to go down with them because of my man Bronson. Now the Cleveland, they all right. They're gonna give them a fight, but I think when it all comes down, it's gonna be New York. That's my point of view.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your point of view.
Now as for what his name, the beard,
James
man,
Harden. James Harden.
Yeah, he still got it yet, but he ain't gonna be able to carry it on. He ain't gonna be able to carry it on. Not with this team. Now you see, if he'd have been with another team, I would have said yeah. But you see, they're gonna shut him down because they got his number now. And then Bronson, man, that dude don't miss. You see, that's the way I see that.
Okay.
If you know where I'm coming from.
I watched the games. Yeah, Bronson can play. But see, I'm gonna ask you this because I can't ask too many people this question I'm about to ask because they didn't see these guys play. The New York Knicks at one time had 3 great guards playing on the team at the same time.
All right.
And now you've got Brunson there, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think they're as good as them old teams, but for what they're playing with these days, I think they can handle it. But the old teams, man, shoot, nobody could deal with that.
So what do you the New York Knicks with Brunson, would he you're saying he wouldn't have started?
Not with them old teams. Them older teams was a whole lot better. They had more name recognition, I put it like that. But they had style and play too.
I was about to say that you think they could play. See, when I throw these names out there, now you had 3 guards there. Well, you had 3 guards in New York when they won a championship. They had Earl Monroe, Walt Frazier, and Bones, Dr. Dick Barnett. Now, would Brunson be on the bench or would he be playing? Would he be starting? Huh?
They'd have to let him come in. But Walt Frazier, man, he was a killer, man. You know that. I don't think he's better than Walt.
What about Earl Monroe? Is he better than Earl Monroe?
No, I don't think he's better than him either.
And Dick Barnett, Bones Barnett out of Tennessee State was another one.
That's another. I don't think he's better than those guys. But like I said, for the guys he's playing today,
yes, okay,
sure. Because if you had Walt and them guys out there,
yes,
man, they'd be running rings around these teams today.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now give me you had a comment about the rumble in Harris County and Fort Bend County, the rumble between Congressman Green and Congressman Menifee.
Yeah. See now, these Houston 18th Ward people, I don't understand if they want to disrespect Al Green. If you disrespect Al Green, you disrespecting Sheila Jackson too. You see, because they was a team, they was together. That's the reason the whole redrawing come out, because those two had it locked down. So then they say, hey, we got to kick one of them out. Had she still been alive, well then, you know, what would the fight be? They were going to team up, you see. But these guys been there all these years, and now they can't see the point. They're talking about a new guy. They're going to bring some new guy in there who knows jack about jack. And then old Negroes coming on TV, he look like he can't see straight, and he trying to talk about somebody.
So what are you? Okay, let me ask you this. In your opinion, since I've thrown the invitation out there, inviting both guys separately to come in separately, Green and Menifee, and talk to Paris, Ely, and Iowa on Monday each. Is that fair in your opinion, or do you want to hear it in your opinion?
But I can tell you like it's here, Al Green will come. But I can tell you like it's here, this Menifee little dude, man, he's an undercover agent for Trump. That's the reason why they did the redrawing, so that they could kick Al out, and they handpicked somebody like him to go in there and fight against him, a younger dude. And then you got these old dudes up in here trying to talk against Al, who done supported him all these years. He the one got them where they at today because he was in that office.
But I go back to my original question. Would you still like to hear from both? Wouldn't you like to hear what their platforms are? At least what is your platform?
Hey, my platform would be, do you want Trump impeached? I've never heard Menifee say nothing about impeachment. All they say is he's fighting. And then that little Jasmine Crockett girl, she lied talking about she see him working. We all saw him not there. He didn't make the vote, so she lying right there in their faces, and they're still trying to support her. So like that, that's why I don't want to support her anymore. She's a loser.
Well,
anyway.
Well, I gotta go. I gotta go. The gloves, we got the box. What? What?
I said you get them in there, but I can guarantee Menifee is not going to show. Al will.
We'll see.
Hey, I don't even know.
Okay, we'll see. Thank you. At least but at least the invitation is out there, right? Thank you.
You got it out there, and that's something you just thought of, right? You didn't plan that.
Yeah, I've had this on my back burner for weeks. Believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've had this on my back. This has been part of my game plan, but now I gave them a chance. They've had a chance to do it on their own. Now we 2 or 3 days. We're in the last day of the early voting, and we 3 or 4 days away from the election. So you give people a chance to do what they do, then you do what you do. My deal is what I'm doing now. The Rumble in Harris County, the Rumble in Fort Bend County, Menifee and Green. See you later. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Green out.
I need to take a quick break, and I'll be right back.
Taking you back with Kerry Lewis on Inside Tracks. Soulful, funky, rhythm and blues, disco, doo-wop, rock and roll, new jack swing, and everything in between. Inside Tracks has all the classics for you, and even those forgotten gems too. So join Kerry Lewis on Inside Tracks every Saturday afternoon, beginning at 2 p.m. only on KCOH 1230 The Source.
If we don't win the midterms, they'll find a reason to impeach me.
Donald Trump's crypto cronies and mega allies are coming after me because I laid the foundation for his impeachment. When you have the courage to challenge power, you get threatened.
You ain't gonna impeach nobody, you f***er. You'll be hanging from a tree.
Hey, Al Green, we got an impeachment for you. It's gonna be yours. In fact, we even give you a short trout before we hang your ass.
You're fixing to be without a job, motherfucker. Your is mine, clear as day, boy. I know your schedule and everything. Watch your whole family.
Boy, what an embarrassing you are.
You better tell Al Green to watch his back. He might wind up dead at the way he just acted.
These are some of the many threats I get. I'm Al Green, and I approve this message because I'm not afraid to take a stand.
Early vote, May 18th through the 22nd. Election day is Tuesday, May 26th. Political ad paid for by Keep Al Green in Congress.
Everybody's talking about the high
616 North Wayside. Let's hear what his customers are saying. Michelle writes, Chicken Plus has some of the best fried chicken and best fried okra in the city. We stay about 45 minutes away, but the drive is definitely worth it. E. Max says, the chicken is seasoned so well and every bite has a special crunch. It's my go-to chicken spot when I want homemade fried chicken that's always good. Now that's what I'm talking about right there. Great fried chicken, okra, rice and gravy, desserts. You're going to find it all at Chicken Plus, 6210 North Wayside. You don't have time to make the drive? Hey, no problem. You can order Chicken Plus on DoorDash and Uber Eats. You better do what you got to do to get your hands on some of that great fried chicken, the best fried chicken in the city. Great chicken at great prices. That's Chicken Plus. See you there.
In life's most difficult moments, comfort matters. At Lord Edward Memorial, we believe every life is a blessing worth honoring with dignity and care. With a combined 60 years of experience, our compassionate staff walks beside your family with faith, respect, and understanding. Lord Edward Memorial, serving families with grace, compassion, and heartfelt care. Visit us at 6677 Rookin Street, Houston, 77074, or give us a phone call at 346-446-6675.
Hi, I'm JJ Walls with Sunnyside Dental, and yes, it's now been over 30 years that we've been providing quality dental care for our patients in the Houston area. It's now come to my attention that many of you that want to come to Sunnyside Dental have Medicare plans that we don't accept. Hold up, that has got to change. Sunnyside Dental is now accepting most Medicare dental plans. WellCare, Liberty, United Healthcare, Cigna, Kelsey Care Advantage, Amerigroup, Aetna, and many more. We're getting on board. Call Sunnyside Dental at 713-738-1999. If you have Medicare and would like to receive the personal touch provided by Sunnyside Dental, call us at 713-738-1999. We look forward to helping you achieve the smile that you can't wait to share with the world.
Got Medicare dental benefits? Call Sunnyside Dental, 713-738-1999.
Saturdays, we're taking you back with Carrie Lewis on Inside Tracks. Soulful, funky, rhythm and blues, disco, doo-wop, rock and roll, new jack swing, and everything in between. Inside Tracks has all the classics for you and even those forgotten gems too. So join Carrie Lewis on Inside Tracks every Saturday afternoon beginning at 2 p.m. only on KCOH 1230 The Source.
And I want to thank all of you who are trying to get in, and I'll try to move the callers a little bit quicker so we can get everybody in, because at 15 minutes to 3, 15 minutes before Don Sams, we will have a fishing report, thanks to Mr. Robert Johnson. That we do that every week. I'm not going to change that. The number here is 713-668-1230, and we're talking about the NBA playoffs, and we're also talking about the Rumble, the political Rumble. The Rumble in Harris County, the Rumble in Fort Bend County, the Congressional District 18, 2 congressmen. They're both congressmen. Al Green, Kristen Menifee, and their platforms should be one of the main issues of their candidacy. The platform should be one of the main topics. So Paris Ely will gladly interview both separately for 1 hour. Paris Ely, give those who work with those individuals, with these individuals, give Paris Ely, give Mr. Ely a call, and he will arrange it. He's ready. He's ready to listen to both in a fair way, of course. Caller, you're on. Hello?
Brown.
Yes, go ahead.
Brown.
We can't hear you.
Hey.
You're coming in low. Come on, get off the...
What about now?
I can
What
hear
about
you
now?
I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Oh, Ralph. Yeah. I'm waiting on that rumble in the, well, I guess it won't be the jungle, but the Fort Bend jungle and the Harris County jungle, because we do need to hear from them. And Kristen Menifee have let a lot of other people talk for him. He hasn't said a lot. And he's been really quiet since your girl had dropped that some papers in his life. So we need to hear that, because we need to talk about criminal justice reform and where he stands on criminal justice reform. especially when it relates to our community. I'm thinking about Joe Campus Tourist, what happened to him, and then what happened in this incident, And, some people don't think that we should be talking about these issues, but we should, because we want to hold anybody else in office if they didn't look like us accountable for representing us. So we need to hear from this brother on where he stands, especially with this particular issue. Not to say that he had done some other things, but this is one of the, to me, one of the top priorities of our community, because as you can see right now, Trump is listening to Tyrone Davis, and he turned back the hands of time. And so with him trying to turn back the hands of time, we need to see and keep our rights in place as to where they are.
Okay. Anything on the NBA? Anything on the NBA, right quick?
All I'm gonna say is, man, go Cleveland. I think they can come back and get it.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Baseball. The Astros are in Chicago playing the Cubs. No score in that game. They're in the second or third inning of that game. The SWAC baseball tournament continues. Texas Southern is playing right now. Southern and Texas Southern are playing right now. Maybe we'll get a score on that game. They're playing in the losers bracket of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, trying to get into that championship game, back and into the championship part of the playoffs, the tournament. Caller, you're on.
Ralph.
Yes, go ahead. Hello?
Yes. Trump has declared war on our race and the brown race. Anybody?
I don't give a damn about Trump right now. I'm talking about Kristen Menefee and Al Green. Go ahead, well, get to it. Let's go. Jump into it. Let's go. We're talking about Congressman Al Green and Congressman Kristen Menefee, and an invitation for both to come in here and be interviewed by Paris Ely. Go ahead.
In the heat of battle, and I think Paris Ely will agree and second my emotion, that our voting rights is being assaulted, our manhood is being assaulted, and what we need is, as much as I respect Mr. Menefee, but in the heat of battle, you can always, the lieutenant, the captain that's in charge, a new recruit from West Point, he gonna go to his trusty battle-worn sergeant to lead him, even though he's the commander of the platoon. And I'm going to guarantee you, we are in the heat of battle, and we cannot afford for a rookie from West Point, no disrespect to you, Mr. Menefee, but we have a battle-trusted Al Green, who know every nook and corner of what he has to do, because he has battle, he has the secretary, he has the seniority.
What? Give me something on his platform other than Trump.
We need Mr. Green in there.
I said, give me something on the platform.
Because he's experienced, he has seniority. When you have the seniority in that particular position,
give me something on the platform. Give me something on the platform. Give me something on. That's why I would like to see them come in here, because we need to talk more about what's on the platform. Give me something on the platform. I understand what you're saying about Green, but give me something on the platform.
We need more Supreme Justices to increase the number of Supreme Justices, for the simple reason why Trump has put the people that will support him in there and not support the Constitution. We need somebody like Al Green, who got more leverage, and he could add more latitude to us getting more Democrats in the office so that we can outnumber, have it in the House and so that we can remove all of the vestige of racism that we thought was behind us and did not know, just like the Japanese.
Okay, I got to get another call in. Can San Antonio beat Oklahoma?
Ain't no doubt about it.
What about Cleveland against the Knicks? Hello?
I know people want Cleveland, but and this gonna do they.
So you're riding with Spike Lee. I understand. You're riding with Spike Lee. Bye. See you later.
Okay.
Bye. You're riding with Spike Lee. Go ahead, caller. You're on.
Ralph,
Yes, go ahead.
what's up, man?
All right, we can't hear you. You got to come on. Every line is lit up down here.
Let's go then.
Go ahead. I'm
It's,
listening. Okay.
First, San Antonio. I'm pulling
Start off
for
with the
San-
politics this time. Go with the politics first.
Oh well, hey man, when it comes to this NAACP and this congressional black caucus, and especially with this recent way they asking these athletes to not go to the SEC schools, Ralph. To me, it's like, see, the NAACP would tell you they don't advocate only for black people, but then they gonna ask only black athletes to forego these potential opportunities, this NIL money. See, it's like in their mission statement, they make it clear, hey, we advocate for all people, black people and all people of color and all marginalized people. And that can be included white women, that can the gay people, the immigrants. That's who all the NAACP in the Congressional Black Caucus fight for. But they only want the black athletes not to go to these schools. See, but they always want our votes, but they don't put their foot down only for black people. Ralph, I talk about reparations. I talk about getting laws passed to punish evil police. Where is our anti-black crime law, like the Democrats did for the Asian folk? See, Italians, Irish, Jews, Japanese, they all got reparations. And they don't vote in big super blocks for the Democrats. But black folk, we do. And all we said is getting our voted stickers.
So as we look at this rumble in Harris County and Fort Bend County in regards to these two congressmen, Al Green and Kristen Menefee, what do you expect from them? What would you like to see on their platform? What you just talked about, reparations, etc.?
I would like to see something solely for black folk on their local platforms too, national and local. Well, hey, where are these massive construction contracts given to black construction people? We don't get to build none of these new houses and all these roads, all this light rail stuff. Where's our check, Ralph? Where is the substantial black aid? Not people of color. Damn people of color. People of color ain't getting out of prison after 30 years. It's black folk who are being proven innocent after 30 years. It's black folk getting their heads bust open by evil police. It's just not people of color.
I'm listening. Go ahead. We got another point right quick. I'll butt in a minute. Go ahead. Got another one?
Man, just at the end of the day, dog. At the end of the day, what do we get for our vote? We must be promised more for our precious black vote.
Well,
that's what I feel, Ralph.
Well, do you think interview separately by Paris Ely with Menefee and with Green would be good to have here on Monday?
Yes, absolutely.
Why?
They owe that to the listening audience, both of them.
Okay. I just asked. Give me. Why are you all so hard on James Harden now? Why are you younger guys hard?
I'm not. I'm pulling for Harden. I want to see him win. I'm not riding with New York. I got a lot of ties to Cleveland. I've been to Cleveland. I've been to New York. I had a lot more fun in Cleveland than I did New York.
Yeah, I know you did. So, you think Cleveland can come back? Cleveland is down 2-0. And what about the San Antonio series against OKC?
Absolutely, Cleveland can come back. They won Game 7 in Detroit against the number 1 seed, and San Antonio, absolutely, they got that monster in the middle, and all that damn flopping and flailing and fouling SGA dude. It got to be a stop to this mess, Ralph. I mean, it's chronic. It's ridiculous. You blow on that dude, he gonna foul and embarrass.
You're a big boxing fan, and you know the game. Sonny Liston against Rocky Marciano.
Man,
who would have won? Yeah, I had to ask because but I think I know what your answer would be. But sure, Rocky Marciano ended up undefeated, 49-0 if I'm correct, and Sonny Liston, of course, lost to Ali and Leotis Martin later in his career, but he won some big fights and was devastating. Who would have won in your opinion?
Ralph.
How long would it have gone? Also,
Ralph, Rocky Marciano straight retired instead of facing Sonny Liston.
Yep.
I just leave it at that. He didn't want that Sonny smoke, so his ass, he got on up out of there, Ralph. He beat up on a lot of older black fighters, Joe Louis, and there's a Charles. He waited till they was over the hill, but he had a young, up-and-coming Sonny Liston that was ready for him, and that punk retired.
Well, see, but then you got the other one, too, that he ducked, in my opinion, because he was there, too. You had Floyd Patterson. Floyd Patterson was more like him. I mean, weight-wise, I'm talking about. They were closer in weight and size, but he didn't want to, from what I read, he didn't want to fight him either.
Man, I would have given him a better chance with Floyd than Sonny.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but he didn't want to fight a young, Floyd Patterson had age on his side like he did. He was younger than Walcott and Joe Louis and Edgar Charles and all those guys, you know.
Yeah.
But in the case of Floyd Patterson and Rocky Marciano, you think that one would have gone the distance? What do you think would have happened there?
I mean, it just is from the brute standpoint of how Rocky fought and Floyd later on. Well, Floyd Chin was a little suspect when he got rough in there. So I get that 50-50 with them. But I favor Floyd slightly, but I know Rocky had that power that could have hurt him, man.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay.
All right, Ralph.
Okay, let's see if we can get another one in here. Caller, you're on. Go ahead.
Hey, Ralph.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, yeah. So first off, I agree with Rick pretty much everything that he said. And what I mean by that is the fact that you have to make this type of announcement that you would like or we would like to see two African-American candidates for our vote to come on a black radio station that serves the community.
Think about this.
Outrageous. It doesn't make sense, man. You shouldn't even have to do this.
I know, but
that's our problem.
Right, but let me just
problem, though, man.
Let me just put this. Let me put just add this to it. The other part of this is they're both congressmen. See, think about it. They're not just anybody. They're congressmen. So I just wanted to put that part in there. Go ahead. Keep going.
But that's my point. How can you be that out of touch with your community? How could you not know the only resource that we have is a living legend radio station on an internet platform reaching now millions of people across the world, and you don't see fit. You don't even show enough respect. And that's for the old man. That's for the young man. Enough respect for your community to discuss what your platform is. And I'm like, Rick, I don't really care about the stuff that we're talking about because we as a community have gotten lazy, Ralph. I tell anybody, look at the documentary of Mary Lou Hanna.
Hammer, yeah.
Look at that documentary when you get a chance so you could understand in real time what
we've had to go through in my lifetime to get to this point, only to have it taken away now. Now, in terms of who I'm going to back, I'm going to back the man that's fighting that demon that's in office right now. I don't know enough about Menifee's position. I haven't heard anything. There's nothing that he said to me or I've seen on any of his ads that just jump out at me. Other than people saying he's younger and other than people saying, well, it's been done this way for so long, we need a change. Well, I don't need a change. I need somebody that's going to fight that demon every single day. And if it's the old man, then it's the old man. If it's the young man, it's the young man. But for what I hear and what I've seen, that old man is ready to fight that demon every day.
So
I'm rolling with him for that.
But you would like to hear both, and we've got cameras in here now. They can have when they come in here with Paris, if they decide to come, the cameras would be on both.
I want it for the people. I don't want it for me.
Right, I understand what you're saying.
I think for me, it's pointless. For me, I would tell either one of them, you can sit up in a church and wave your hand on a Sunday, but you can't come to a black radio station that disseminates information to the community on a daily basis, and then sit up here and look at my face and tell me that I should vote for you. I'm voting for you out of necessity, not because I respect your position, because to me, that tells me all I need to see about either one of these guys, personally. And you know how I feel about the station, you know how I feel about all of you, but I'm not that interested, but I'm interested for the sake of the people. Okay. On that note. Now, when it comes to these athletes, I think that the NAACP and a lot of these other groups, we've just gotten lazy politically, economically, and socially. We're just lazy. So now we want to take away these kids. And I'm an HBCU proponent. I'm a fan of it. I will always tell people, you give me every reason why your child shouldn't go to a historically black college. I'm that type of person. But when it comes to this NIL money, comes to, building a future and generational wealth for your family, can't use these kids for that. Stop using these kids for your laziness, for what you haven't done, for what you refuse to do in terms of sacrifice, in terms of both money on the line, putting your reputation on the line for the people. So don't put these kids in that. Now, if they want to join on because they agree with your position, that's different. But don't use them for that to subsidize your laziness and your lack of effort and sacrifice for our community. Now, as far as the NBA goes,
right? Well, you got are you riding with San Antonio, or are you riding with a?
Well, we talked about that. I'm riding with San Antonio, Texas team. I just like the way they play. I like that black coach they have. He's real fiery. I like him. I like him, and I like the way the organization is going. I like the fact that you were talking about old people, sick people. People that no one gives a damn about, but San Antonio respects Popovich. They don't care about his age. They don't care about his health condition. They allow him to be an integral part of that organization. So maybe he can't run up and down the court anymore, but they still value his knowledge. They value his experience and what he brings and the respect that he has among those young players. So I don't hear nothing about age and none of that. Now, as far as Harden goes, I'm a Houston fan. I don't like Harden. I didn't like him when he was here. I didn't like the fact that we had Golden State in Game 7. For most of the half, all he had to do was show up and beat James Harden for the second half, and we've been in NBA Finals. But he didn't, and that's who he is, and that's who he has been. That's who he'll continue to be. So it's got nothing to do with his age. I'm just not a Harden fan, and because he's got no heart, you can go ahead and get the broom out as far as I'm concerned. New York's got too much. They can see it in front of them. They're too hungry, and I just think that what's the guy's name? I can't pronounce his name. The MVP for Oklahoma City.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I say
he's reminiscent. I like what Rick said. He's reminiscent of Harden. See, what happens is you can do all that flopping through the regular season, and you trying to flop now in the Western Conference Final.
Yes.
And you're doing it against San Antonio. You're not getting that whistle. You're not gonna get it. So since you can't put that in your game and get to the line, and that's padding 19, 15 points a game, depending on how many times you go to the lane, that takes a big part of your game away. So I don't see. I see Oklahoma putting up a decent fight, but I see San Antonio in 6.
Thank
you.
Anyway,
Ralph, hopefully that call will come through and they'll get with Paris.
Well, Paris is ready. Paris thinks is going to happen. He's going home to get ready.
Hey, I know it's going to be ready. You all, and happy Memorial Day to our veterans and to you too, Ralph. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. And let's try another caller. Caller, you're on. Hello? Hello? Let's try another one. Caller, you're on.
Ralph, before I get to the Rumble, I mean, Cleveland has to win, what, 4 out of the next 5 games?
4 out of 5 or 4 in a row.
Come on. It's over. And you went to New York recently. I mean, is James Harden too old to go to the clubs anymore? I heard him.
No, he's not. He's not too old.
I know. And there's nothing like the finals in the Madison Square Garden. I mean, the city that never sleeps, the media capital of the world. So I would love to see the Spurs and the Knicks, but we'll see. Now to the Rumble, Ralph, you made me think of the business side. I mean, and for that, allow me to say, I hope Green kicks his behind, because I mean, if he's not willing to spend money here, and I'll talk to Paris maybe offline one of these days about the listener demographics. It's going to look bad if that young guy wins and doesn't come on and doesn't spend money. And this is a station no one listens more to KCOA and not, right, Paris? Yeah, that made up my mind, Ralph. I mean, he has to come on. Otherwise, if he wins without coming on the station or spending money, man, it just looks bad. And Paris knows what I'm talking about. But the numbers, and each team has the numbers of every radio station.
But you can look at another part of this too, and going a little bit deeper on this. And I share this because of what you just said. Okay, see, when you raise when you are enhanced with millions of dollars in regards to your campaign, and you are representing, and I know that the makeup of the neighborhoods have changed, or the districts may have changed, but you still
exciting.
Okay, but you have people who have supported people in these districts. You have businesses, you have media outlets that have supported these people who represented the Congressional District 18 for years, and if they've printed and aired your information, and now you have millions to spend in regards to enhancing your campaign, and you comes to them. So you can't you bring it's a disrespect thing also. I'm not saying I'm not telling anybody what they should be spending. They can spend, but the point is, you should spend something that makes a dent in regards to the people who have supported you and will support what you do in Washington if you're elected. I mean, if you win this runoff.
I agree.
Okay, that's all.
They're forgetting about the past and saying this is about now and who's going to win it for me, and to kick the old guys aside. If this audience is more mature than the other audiences.
Right.
So anyway, go vote, Ralph, everybody.
Well,
right?
Paris is ready to do it if they decide to give him a call and do it, and he'll put the cameras on him and all that. They'll be seen in D.C. They'll be seen out in over in Harlem. They'll be seen up in what's the other place? Baltimore. All of these places. They'll be seen.
Yeah, I know. You got me thinking about the numbers, and Paris and I will talk about it one of these days.
Right.
Have a good one.
Okay, thank you. And caller, you're on. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Ralph.
All right, good afternoon.
Okay, Ralph, I spoke on this for years, man, about early voting, and people need to stand for something, because ever since that man came down the escalator, people should have recognized who he was, you know. It just seems to me, man, a lot of people don't care. We had a chance to vote a black female to be the president of the United States. She's a prosecutor. She's a senator. And people, they spoke negative about her. But we get you get what you pay for. You didn't show up to vote. Now we're dealing with Trump. real Trump now, you know, the man that's taking away everything that was put into place for decades. And who let it happen? The people that voted for him, put him in office, and the people that didn't show up to vote. This is where we are in America right now. And, you know, the race between Menifee and Representative Green.
Congressman Menifee and Congressman Green. They're both congressmen.
Yes, sir. Right. You got me. You know, that's right, Ralph.
No problem.
I missed that one. But,
No.
you know, you recognize, you know, that this is important because one has been on the radio station already. He advertised on the radio, and Menifee hasn't been there. So Menifee needs to show up. When he got elected to the office back in January, he wasn't there in Washington, D.C. to cast votes that were important that hadn't been made in the 18th Congressional District for 2 years. And that's one thing that people remember now, you know. So most importantly, he needs to show up. So that's all I can say about that, Ralph.
San Antonio, where you got? San Antonio?
Nah, I picked OKC, man.
Okay.
I heard what, you know, Alexander, man, that's his game.
Oh, I know.
If he kick his leg out, that's how he, you know, that's his jump shot. That's his fadeaway shot. If he take it to the bucket and get fouled, you know, and he don't get the call, it works both ways, Ralph. I look at the game. They've been bullying him the whole series, just like they bullied Kevin Durant in the first game of the season. San Antonio play rough, man. They're aggressive. And what goes around comes around. So the referee's letting them play. Wemby is that boy bad. I give it to him. He's the defensive player of the year, runner up in the MVP. But it's you know, it goes both ways, Ralph.
Well,
and ain't nobody complaining.
Well, who do you like? Who do you like out of the other one then? Out of the Knicks? The Knicks.
The Knicks?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And Cleveland. Knicks and Cleveland.
Well, you know, New York. Hey, I like who's the point guard? Man, golly, I just forgot just that. But I talked about him when he brought New York back from that 22-point deficit with 7 minutes left. And James Harden didn't play no defense, man. You know, James Harden don't play defense. You know, he don't show up. I call him Solo in the Misfits when he was playing with the Rockets. Because he never showed up in Game 7. And that's why we never went to a finals against Golden State. Golden State was our nemesis, you know. And they had a chance to, you know, go to the finals 2 years. But they didn't do it with Harden.
Okay.
So,
thank you.
Hey, all right, man. New York.
Okay.
I got New York in that one, too.
Okay. Want to say hello.
All right, Ralph.
Okay. Want to say, before I take the next call, want to say hello to everybody at Ricardo's. Ricardo's Steakhouse. Ricardo's Steak, you can Google it up. Ricardo's Steakhouse in New York City, in Harlem. Want to say hello to everybody at Ricardo's. And it would be a great place for the Sam Andrews Black Fantasy Football League to experience. I don't know if some of the guys, they may not be strong enough to handle it, but I want to just say hello to everybody and thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to everybody at Ricardo's Steakhouse up in New York City. Caller, you're on.
Well, Coop.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Al Green, man, he need to come on back and continue what he was doing before he so rudely interrupted.
Hello? We lost you. For some reason, the lines, every line is blank right now. So those of you who were holding on and you want to call back in, dial I don't know what happened. I didn't hear anything. 713-668-1230. 713-668-1230. Hit that number right quick and you can get in. 713-668-1230. If you want to call in, dial that number. We've got a fishing report coming up in a little bit, but we've got time to take a couple of more calls or several more calls, and you're welcome to call. Topics: the NBA playoffs, and who you've got, Cleveland or New York at this particular point. What do you think about Oklahoma City and San Antonio? And then again, also the other one, the Astros. I think the Astros are leading now. The Astros have a lead. The Astros are playing in Chicago against the Cubs. Afternoon game, of course, Friday afternoon in Chicago. The Astros trying to break that win column. And let me see if we've got a score now. Hold on a minute. And then we'll try to get a score in the Texas Southern game also. Let me see if we have an Astros score. Astros leading 1-0, top of the fourth inning. Astros 1-0 over the Chicago Cubs, top of the fourth inning. And again, that game is taking place up in Chicago, the Windy City.
Saturdays, we're taking you back with Carrie Lewis on Inside Tracks. Soulful, funky, rhythm and blues, disco, doo-wop, rock and roll, new jack swing, and everything in between. Inside Tracks has all the classics for you, and even those forgotten gems too. So join Carrie Lewis on Inside Tracks every Saturday afternoon, beginning at 2 p.m. only on KCOH 1230 The Source.
Everybody's talking about the high price of eggs. I don't know much about eggs, but I tell you this. If you want great chicken at a great price, how about Chicken Plus, 6210 North Wayside? Let's hear what his customers are saying. Michelle writes, Chicken Plus has some of the best fried chicken and best fried okra in the city. We stay about 45 minutes away, but the drive is definitely worth it. E. Max says, the chicken is seasoned so well and every bite has a special crunch. It's my go-to chicken spot when I want homemade fried chicken that's always good. Now that's what I'm talking about right there. Great fried chicken, okra, rice and gravy, desserts. You're going to find it all at Chicken Plus, 6210 North Wayside. You don't have time to make the drive? Hey, no problem. You can order Chicken Plus on DoorDash and Uber Eats. You better do what you got to do to get your hands on some of that great fried chicken, the best fried chicken in the city. Great chicken at great prices. That's Chicken Plus. See you there.
In life's most difficult moments, comfort matters. At Lord Edward Memorial, we believe every life is a blessing worth honoring with dignity and care. With a combined 60 years of experience, our compassionate staff walks beside your family with faith, respect, and understanding. Lord Edward Memorial, serving families with grace, compassion, and heartfelt care. Visit us at 6677 Rookin Street, Houston, 77074, or give us a phone call at 346-446-6675.
If we don't win the midterms, they'll find a reason to impeach me.
Donald Trump's crypto cronies and mega allies are coming after me because I laid the foundation for his impeachment. When you have the courage to challenge power, you get threatened.
You ain't gonna impeach nobody, you f***er. You'll be hanging from a tree.
Hey, Al Green, we got an impeachment for you. It's going to be yours. In fact, we even give you a short trout before we hang your ass.
You're fixing to be without a job, motherfucker. Your is mine, clear as day, boy. I know your schedule and everything. Watch your whole family.
Boy, what an embarrassing you are.
You better tell Al Green the watch is back. You might wind up dead acting the way he just acted.
These are some of the many threats I get. I'm Al Green, and I approve this message because I'm not afraid to take a stand.
Early vote, May 18th through the 22nd. Election day is Tuesday, May 26th. Political ad paid for by Keep Al Green in Congress.
And remember, today is the last day of early voting. And Tuesday is the day of the big election. And both candidates in the Rumble in Harris County, the Rumble in Fort Bend County, Congressional District 18, both candidates are invited to come in here and be on the program with Paris Ely on Monday or Tuesday, whenever, for 1 hour each. Cameras on them and everything. And we invite them to come do that. And the invitation is open. So I go to one of my mentors that I respect to the highest degree, and ask him his thought on that. How are you doing, sir?
How are you, my friend?
All right. And I'm talking to Fred Batts, historian, mentor, connoisseur of great food, and also some other items.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Especially God's gifts. And
God's gifts.
So, Fred,
Yes.
what do you think of the rumble in Harris County and Fort Bend County as we close down at 7 o'clock tonight? The early voting is over. What are your thoughts there? Do you think it would be a good idea for them to come in here and separately and talk with Paris Ely, a veteran broadcaster, a veteran radio guy, for 1 hour each about their platforms? Do you think that's a good idea?
Absolutely.
Why?
Well, I think that both of them are so significant and necessary for our community that we need to be able to make the right choice, and we need to have all the information. And the best way to get to all the best information is get it from the horse itself.
Okay.
So, and I'd like to say that both candidates, I believe, were great candidates. But like I said earlier, I believe in going with a proven horse rather than one that's got to get in there and prove himself. And like I said earlier, Al Green has done that.
But it's so good.
But you've also indicated that you think it would be a good idea to hear from both because of the importance of what's happening with that district, right?
Most certainly.
Okay.
Most certainly. Because I understand the age difference, but age in most instances means that there is wisdom involved, and another part of that means that Al Green has some seniority because of the length of time he's been in office.
Right.
So on one, I think both are good, but in one you're giving up more than you're giving up on the other. Plus, we're going with someone that doesn't have the track record that the one that I'm thinking should be the main one has. So I want to give him credit for what he's done, what he stands for, and the fact that he's not just verbal. He's in the limelight, showing that he's not afraid to stand up.
So if you would, so then it brings us to another point. Many people are still undecided. What advice do you give to the people who are undecided and are registered to vote in that particular race and other races, but they may be undecided about even voting?
Well, I don't want to discourage anybody from voting. That's such a necessary thing. We need to vote. We need to vote in numbers, and as many as I just can't overemphasize that. It's just so important, especially in Harris County, Dallas County, Bath County, even lately Tarrant County have proven to be. Travis County as well have proven to be counties that lean toward democracy, and we don't have that all over Texas.
Okay, well,
we've allowed a minority group of people in Texas to dominate.
You at Chewy's restaurant?
You right now.
Well, I got a couple more questions. I'm gonna let you go.
All right.
and one is this: I see where President Trump has decided to back one of the candidates here in Texas, Paxton. What are your thoughts there?
Well, they said birds of a feather flock together, and old Paxton has got a record of supporting pedophiles and all the other kind of stuff. I don't know how anybody could even think about it. I don't like corning. I don't.
Yes.
I mean, here's one man advertising that he votes 99% with the devil.
But the devil cut him loose.
And the devil cut him loose. I said, boy, this is unbelievable. Here's a man who said, I vote 99% of the time with the devil, and the devil went with his opponent. Man.
So what does that tell you about the devil? What does it tell you about him? Not the devil, but him.
I don't know, man. I can't figure it out. I mean, this stuff is so mind-boggling. How can you figure it out?
Okay.
I ain't smart enough.
Well, the other thing, Memorial Day is coming up, and what does Memorial Day mean to you? What message do you want to get across to people in regards to Memorial Day?
I don't know, Ralph. You'll have to tell me. I don't even know what the hell what Memorial Day means. It's like July the 4th.
I'm thinking, they want us. Is it for us to remember maybe those in our families or friends that we had who are no longer with us, or what? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I guess you're supposed to be honoring veterans, gave their lives in support of this country.
Right.
So they go to Arlington Cemetery and places like that. But it's kind of like when I was going through school, my teachers taught, remember the Alamo.
Yeah, I know.
And most black people don't even know what those people in the Alamo were fighting for. They turned the script on that thing and made it appear that they were voting to make Texas a state, and that's as far from the truth as you can get.
Well, they were voting. They were also for making Texas a slave state if it became a state.
Well, Mexico said no slaves in our state.
Right.
And those people at the Alamo said we're going to fight to keep slavery.
Well, Jim Bowie, I think it was Jim Bowie and William Travis came there with slaves, or came there with a slave or two. But see,
that's right.
But I didn't, Fred. I'll be honest. I was in my 20s, and I go to San Antonio. And I go with a friend, and she says, I want you to come over here. I want you to come here and read this. And it was a letter up there. It was a letter which indicated what you just said about slavery in Texas. That was written in the 1800s, before the Battle of the Alamo.
Yeah.
And it was dealing with us being slaves. People like
Yeah, I mean, they were fighting to keep us enslaved.
That's what I'm talking about. The letter was on the wall. Yeah, it was a letter. Yeah. I don't know if it's still
Sam
up there.
Houston, Travis, David Crockett, Jim Bowie, all of those people were for slavery.
Right. Well,
they were fighting for slavery.
I'm gonna let you go and enjoy your meal. Can Cleveland come back, or is it over? I mean, is it over for Cleveland?
Yeah.
What about San Antonio and OKC?
Well, they fired all of the referees from that last game.
Yes.
Rightfully. And I couldn't believe they were allowing that man-to-man to handle Wembanyama like they were doing. That made no sense.
Right. And
I said, how can you call yourself an official when you officiate that way?
Right. Well, I want to thank you. Enjoy your meal.
You know what to do when you need to do. Just call your friend, Ralph Cooper.
Well, thank you very much, friend. And
all right, my friend.
Enjoy your Chewy's meal, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. And we are just about out of time. And one of the things I wanted to do, since I have a few minutes before the fishing report, I want to say hello to State Representative Ron Reynolds. I want to say hello to State Representative Ron Reynolds. Thank you. And again, I encourage you to, you've got about 4 hours, nearly 4 hours, if you're registered to vote, and you had about 4 hours to go do your vote thing. 4 hours to go do your vote thing, and 4 hours before the polls close for early voting. We share a lot of history on the program, and one of the historical things I had on my agenda today dealt with the Negro Leagues. And since I have a few minutes before this fishing report, and this comes from Wonders You've Unseen and Unread, which means very few people have read this, and especially people who happen to be black. And it deals with an icon in Negro League baseball. The article says the first black-owned Negro League baseball stadium was built in 1932. Now, let's understand what they're saying. somebody in the Negro Leagues who owned the team built a stadium. The first black-owned Negro League baseball stadium was built in 1932. The funding didn't come from a bank. It says the funding didn't come from a bank. It came from an illegal lottery, like the Pick 3, Cash 5, Daily 4, and all that stuff, okay? So they say in the 1920s, professional black baseball was a transit industry. The players were celebrated, but the teams they were like guests. They were just hanging. The physical infrastructure of the sport, the concrete grandstands, the steel light towers, the manicured fields belonged exclusively to white Major League Baseball team owners. Blacks didn't have that. Segregation dictated the terms of every contract and every venue. When black teams needed a place to play in Pennsylvania, they rented Forbes Field, which was the home of the Pittsburgh Pirates. The rental fee was steep, often taking up 20% of the total gate receipts. The black teams were only allowed on the grass when the white Major League teams were traveling out of town. They were expressly forbidden from using the home locker rooms. The athletes dressed in their segregated hotels. They boarded team buses or boarded buses in their heavily wool uniforms. So they got dressed in the hotels. They couldn't change the black ball players when the black teams rented the Major League stadiums where whites played. They couldn't even change in the dressing room. The athletes dressed in their segregated hotels. They got on buses in heavily wool uniforms. They rode through the city in their cleats, stepped off the bus, and guess what? Played 9 innings and rode back in their sweat. When they played at Forbes Field, they paid 20% of the gate to the white owners. When they played at Griffith Stadium in Washington, they paid 20% of the gate to white owners. When they played at Comiskey Park in Chicago, they paid 20% of the gate to white owners. They were the main attraction, funding the very institutions that locked them out of ownership. The white owners were making money from the black teams and black players, but didn't want them in Major League Baseball. Pittsburgh's Hill District was the culture and economic epic center for the city's black population. It was a dense neighborhood of steep brick streets, jazz clubs, and steel workers. And at the center of this economy was a man named William Augustus Gus Greenlee. He had migrated from North Carolina in 1916 to Pittsburgh. He shined shoes when he first got there. He drove a taxi. He served in the military. By 1930, in 14 years, he went from shining shoes in Pittsburgh to running the neighborhood. Greenlee was a bootlegger, a racketeer, a nightclub owner, the undisputed king of the numbers games in Pittsburgh. The numbers was an underground, unregulated lottery. Working class residents wagered a penny or a nickel on a 3-digit sequence. The winning number was derived daily from the published stock market clearinghouse totals. It was mathematically rigged, entirely illegal, and it made a lot of money. Greenlee employed a vast network of runners who collected coins on street corners and in the alleyways. He raked in thousands of dollars a day in pocket change. Thousands of dollars a day in pocket change. He used the profits to open the Crawford Grill, a legendary jazz club where politicians, off-duty police officers, and mill hands workers drank their smuggled liquor. At the time, the illegal numbers racket functioned as a shadow banking system in segregated neighborhoods. Since white-owned commercial banks in Pennsylvania routinely denied business loans and house loans or home loans to black residents, lottery operators became the capitalists who gave them a chance to own a home or a business or whatever. Gus Greenlee. The nickels wagered by domestic workers and steel hands were pooled by racketeers to fund grocery stores, funeral homes, and legal businesses that traditional financial system refused to underwrite. And again, the guy who was heading this in Pittsburgh was a guy named Gus Greenlee. And this was this is 26, this was nearly 100 years ago. Greenlee purchased a local baseball team. He renamed them the Pittsburgh Crawfords. He used his immense cash reserves to raid the rosters of rival Negro League teams. He signed Josh Gibson, the most feared hitter in baseball, period, at that time. He signed Satchel Paige, the most famous pitcher in the world. He signed Cool Papa Bell. The Crawfords quickly became one of the greatest collections of baseball talent ever assembled on a single diamond in Negro League baseball history. Some say in baseball history, period, including Major League Baseball. They drew massive crowds. Thousands of fans lined up to watch Josh Gibson hit and Satchel Paige pitch. But Greenlee, the owner, was still handling 20% of the revenue to the owners of Forbes Field in Pittsburgh. He wanted his own baseball field. He was a Negro League baseball owner who made thousands and millions of dollars in the rackets business, but he wanted his own baseball stadium. He still had to pay that 20% to the white owner of Forbes Field, where the Pittsburgh Pirates played. He recognized that as long as he did not own the dirt, he did not control the business. He decided to stop renting. And in 1931, Greenlee, a racketeer in Pittsburgh, who owned the Negro League baseball team, became the first black owner, the first black period, to build a baseball stadium in the country, a pro baseball stadium. He purchased a lot on wherever Pittsburgh, people up in Pittsburgh know what I'm talking about, at 2500 Bedford Avenue in the Hill District, and that's where he built his baseball field. And we'll talk more about that on Monday. Greenlee didn't ask for a loan. He paid for his stadium in cash. And again, he was in the numbers business and some other things. Nightclub, jazz club owner, liquor business, and he owned the Negro League baseball team. Gus Greenlee was his name. And again, as we bring in Mr. Robert Johnson with the fishing report, again, we make this effort to get Congressman Al Green and Kristen Menefee to come in and be with Paris Ely for 1 hour each, separately, on camera, with Paris Ely talking about their platforms in regards to what they're going to do, what they plan to do when one becomes the sole congressman from Congressional District 18. Fair business, I think. Maybe I'm rude, maybe I'm crude, and maybe that's wrong to do that. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Let's see if Mr. Robert Johnson has a fishing report. I've got a feeling somebody told me the croaker were biting.
Good afternoon.
Somebody told me the croaker were biting. How you doing?
The fish are biting.
Oh,
fish are biting.
The fish are biting. Okay, I'm going to stand back and let you talk, and thank you. Go ahead. You've got it.
All right. First, I wanted to say happy Memorial Day to all the KCOA listeners. Now, the weather has been windy and rainy. The rain is helping with the drought conditions in the Texas area. Now, today's weather was excellent, and we did fish this morning. I'll get into that in just a minute. Okay. Next, the areas that saltwater fishermen may want to focus this week are Seawood Park, Galveston Jetties, Texas City Dike, Galveston Beachfront, and Moses Lake. Now, the Galveston Beachfront, fishing off the bank or wade fishing or boat fishing, has been on fire. If you want to catch some speckled trout, you need to go down to the beachfront. Now, the late Roland Ladden, a.k.a. the legend, his favorite beachfront off the bank place was the 37th Street Rock Groin in Galveston. Now, if you wish to fish this groin, then you have to arrive early to get a good spot. And I said early, I mean like 4 or 5 in the morning, because by the time, if you wait later, it'll be crowded on that particular groin. But if you need information about this spot or these other spots that I mentioned, just feel free to give me a call. Next, the weekly fishing report. Saturday, Captain Steve Coffey and a friend caught 10 black drums and 3 red drums in the Clear Lake area with live shrimp, croakers, and lures. Now, Captain Coffey and a friend fished this morning, and they ended up catching 2 limits of trout. There was 6 speckled trout and 1 drum. Now, Joseph Wright, another club member, weighed fish this Monday and Tuesday at the Texas City Dike. Both days he caught several, now listen real careful, several limits of speckled trout up to 18 inches. So those trout were running. Now, this morning, Tremel Smith and I weighed fish the Texas City Dike area, and we caught 4 keeper trout. So we know the fish are biting. The weather was really excellent this morning, and I thought we were going to catch a few more fish, but they had something else in mind. Now, in freshwater, as I mentioned last week, bank fishing local ponds is producing slab crappie. Catfishing is good at Lake Houston Dam and at Lake Conroe. So they're catching good catfish and crappie right now. Next, the Coastal Conservation Association CCA Star Tournament will begin May 23rd through Labor Day, September 7th. 120 tag redfish, that's red drum, have been released. And CCA gives out more than $2 million in boats and trucks and scholarships each year. Next, now this is for you deep sea fishermen who like red snapper. Deep sea red snapper fishermen, the Texas Parks and Wildlife has opened the federal snapping season early this year. So it opened today for recreational boaters, and it will open for charter boats on June 1. For those of you who've been looking forward to fishing state waters and federal waters, the federal waters are open now. State waters are open year-round. Now, the only thing is, if you're going to fish for red snapper, you need to know what the regulations are. Next, on Tuesday, Captain Gary Cooper provided a saltwater fishing seminar for the Pearland CCA group. His presentation on Galveston summer fishing patterns was top shelf as usual. Anyone interested in gaining a copy of that seminar, if you will contact me, I will provide that for you. And also, our club will have a copy of it also. Now, the Saltwater Anglers of Texas has rescheduled the disabled veterans trip that we had scheduled for last week due to high winds. And instead of doing just the disabled veterans, we're going to combine it with a fish fry on June 6th at Clear Lake, Texas. So this will be a public fish fry. Anyone can come. We're selling tickets for the fish fry, but the veterans will eat free as well as a boat trip on that day. Now, this is important information. Fishing day. In other words, you can fish without a Texas fishing license. So it's just for that one day only. If you go past that day, you're going to get a ticket. Okay. Now, a little bit of historical information. I like what Ralph was sharing with us just before I started my report. I want to share just a quick information about Memorial Day. Now, Memorial Day is a day for Americans to celebrate American fallen soldiers. Okay, I plan to participate in the annual Houston National Cemetery Program celebrating Memorial Day. That's this coming Monday. One interesting historical note about Memorial Day is that the original holiday was celebrated May 1st, 1865 by free slaves in South Carolina. They were memorializing black Union soldiers who had died in a Confederate prison there because they had no one else to memorialize those soldiers. Later, Memorial Day was extended to Union and Confederate soldiers, and now I think all of us, we know what Memorial Day, but originally it was celebrated by free slaves who were memorializing black soldiers who were died in a Confederate prison. Now, lastly, if anyone has questions, reports, or pictures related to fishing, please contact Robert Johnson, 713-826-0677. Again, that's 713-826-0677. Remember to take your kid fishing, and happy Memorial Day to Americans.
I want to thank you for that information about Memorial Day, okay?
Yes, very interesting. Most of us probably don't know that.
I didn't.
We were the first.
I didn't.
We were the first to celebrate originally. That's where it started at. Now it evolved to all fallen soldiers, and it's been the history is very interesting. I encourage people to research it. But again, we were the first to celebrate Memorial Day.
Okay, and have a great holiday. Enjoy the moment, and enjoy the fishing. I know you're not through, so keep it up. And we want to say
right.
say hello to Captain Coffee also. Okay, so
He's
thank you.
listening, so
Thank
that's
you.
good.
Okay, thank you.
All right, then. Thank
Okay.
you. All right.
Thank you.
Saturdays, we're taking you back with Carrie Lewis on Inside Tracks. Soulful, funky, rhythm and blues, disco, doo-wop, rock and roll, new jack swing, and everything in between. Inside Tracks has all the classics for you, and even those forgotten gems too. So join Carrie Lewis on Inside Tracks every Saturday afternoon, beginning at 2 p.m. only on KCOH 1230 The Source.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Hi, I'm JJ Walls with Sunnyside Dental, and yes, it's now been over 30 years that we've been providing quality dental care for our patients in the Houston area. It's now come to my attention that many of you that want to come to Sunnyside Dental have Medicare plans that we don't accept. Hold up, that has got to change. Sunnyside Dental is now accepting most Medicare dental plans. WellCare, Liberty, United Healthcare, Cigna, Kelsey Care Advantage, Amerigroup, Aetna, and many more. We're getting on board. Call Sunnyside Dental at 713-738-1999. If you have Medicare and would like to receive the personal touch provided by Sunnyside Dental, call us at 713-738-1999. We look forward to helping you achieve the smile that you can't wait to share with the world.
Got Medicare dental benefits? Call Sunnyside Dental 713-738-1999.
Everybody's talking about the high price of eggs. Well, I don't know much about eggs, but I tell you this. If you want great chicken at a great price, how about Chicken Plus, 6210 North Wayside? Let's hear what his customers are saying. Michelle writes, Chicken Plus has some of the best fried chicken and best fried okra in the city. We stay about 45 minutes away, but the drive is definitely worth it. E. Max says, the chicken is seasoned so well and every bite has a special crunch. It's my go-to chicken spot when I want homemade fried chicken that's always good. Now that's what I'm talking about right there. Great fried chicken, okra, rice and gravy, desserts. You're going to find it all at Chicken Plus, 6210 North Wayside. To make the drive? Hey, no problem. You can order Chicken Plus on DoorDash and Uber Eats. You better do what you gotta do to get your hands on some of that great fried chicken, the best fried chicken in the city. Great chicken at great prices. That's Chicken Plus. See you there.
In life's most difficult moments, comfort matters. At Lord Edward Memorial, we believe every